Well, hello there. I have given up on StarCraft, and I'm going into starSECTOR, the sector of the stars. We shall hit play. I'm hit my little starting up screen here. You guys see my oil-painted computer. I'm going to, I don't know, think about things here for a second before I go into this. Trying to think, what do I want to get out of this? What do I want going forward into it? I think we just see what we have. I don't have a cursor. So, I believe there's something to do with OBS is tricking out the game. If I go into it properly, like so, I'm sitting on my bouncy ball, exercise ball action. Yes, now I have my cursor back. That's an annoying little trait. Okay. We're here at the Prism Freeport, that's right. We've done kind of a little loop-de-loo. Peep the fleet. Fleet's looking okay. I could dump a couple of these guys, maybe. I could dump this guy. Let's do that. Refit. Strip it down. And then go back to the F screen. Black market. Sell it. I think I bought that for 10,000, so I actually made a little money. I didn't use it in combat though. Let's see what we have here at the place. Black market, fair price, average price. They want that. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. I have to take this call. Hope you guys don't mind. What's up, Daddy? Hey, pretty good. I was thinking about calling you. Cool. Nice. Yeah, well, that's always nice of you. Y'all have done that a number of times now, and that's a really cool vacation setup that you got going on. And it's really generous, too. I mean, I'm sure they remind you how generous you're being, but it is a big gesture for you to reach out. But it's also keeping the family alive, keeping the family together. You know, we have these really loose bonds in this Western culture. We're not like that Indonesian culture where we're all living in the same house. No, we all have separate houses. And, but having that opportunity to meet up, have a meal, reconnect, be in the same vicinity at least, that's really nice. That's a really nice continuation of this general concept of family and connectedness. I'm really happy to hear that. Enjoy yourself. Set a good example for me. Set a good example for me. That, you know, even though marriage, it kind of paint a realistic picture. You know, marriage doesn't always work out. You try to make it work out like well, that could be disadvantageous. So it's actually more mature. It's actually the right thing to do. To go ahead and get the divorce, but it can be a friendly divorce, and be civil with each other afterward, and be friends even afterward, because you do have the same shared interests, you know, raising a kid or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the Helen. That's what I wanted to call you about. That was the main thing. Helen, I wanted to talk to you about Jodie Foster. I saw Jodie Foster in the new True Detective show on HBO. Point that out. Yeah. Oh, you're at the end. Okay. Yeah. 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 That's why I wasn't gonna. That's why I didn't want to exactly recommend it to you. I didn't really like the magic elements that they put into it. There's this like magical thing, seeing the dead ghosts. Oh, I see dead people. Like, no, that's all bullshit. Wait a minute. I thought we were getting down to the veracity of things. No, this is still a little bit of mumbo jumbo. But it's an opportunity for Jodie Foster to kind of re-enter the screen, and her lending her performance to this series, the True Detective series, breathes all this life back into it. You know, they kind of dropped the ball with it after the first season with Matthew McConaughey and the other guy, and so this is kind of I like to see that, and it's a female oriented, so it's really not designed for you and I. This is more designed for Bonnie and Kathy and Harriet and that crowd, and so that's like a oh wow. Women, so believe it or not, are really into some, not all, of course, but some women are really into scary movies. That's like this kind of date night option. Let's go to the scary movie so I can grab a hold of you real tight or something. I don't know. Oh yeah. Oh, it's got all those. Yeah, well, it has all the dead people. So yeah, relationship to death. They really focus on the relationships. Yeah. You did, yeah. Yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah, and it wasn't working. Yeah. But the pause button. We did all this. Yeah. I'm glad you got rid of that. Sure. Okay. Oh. Oh. It was brutal. Yeah. Yeah, how does that gonna work? Yeah, I thought about doing so. Using one as a hotspot. That's you use your phone as a hotspot, and then you connect to the phone. Work. Sure. Damn. But the phone is still there. Did you go through all the steps to just restart everything? You know, do it all over from scratch? Yeah, I figured you'd do that. So okay, well, I don't know what the problem is. Yeah, man. Yeah. Damn it. So I think it's an issue with the phone. Then that makes me think that none of the devices are just able to use the phone anymore. For some reason, the phone has stopped working as a hotspot. So I think a solution to that problem would be to go to the phone's manufacturer store or your plan store, AT&T, whatever, if they've got a store down there, brick and mortar, and talk to the guys in the shop and ask them, oh, can this tell it was working as a hotspot and then it didn't work as a hotspot. Make it work for me or something. I don't know. They'll sell you a new phone. It's not a big disaster. Yeah. Sure. You want to get those? Yeah. Your movies, the DVDs, press those bad boys back out. There you go. Classic. She's a national treasure. She's like Tom Hanks. These national treasures. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a classic too. It's a lighthearted. You don't have to invest a lot of brain power into Marvel movies like that. Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna reconnect that's hanging over everything. And that disruption, I just went through that recently with my internet service provider. It's such a life-altering disruption of service, but we're so dependent on it now. Even you and I are pretty non-dependent on it. We're not, the addicted to the TikTok and all that stuff. But some people are. Some people, when they lose the internet, it is a serious affair. They got to do something big time. They got to go somewhere else that has the internet. And I felt that inside me. Like I was getting these panic attacks. Like, oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I don't have the internet. But I talked to you. I talked to my friends, and I talked to everybody, and I just coped with it. And it obviously was not so big deal. And now that I'm out of all that, I'm kind of wishing I was back in it a little bit because I had a little bit more time to do stuff. I wish I kind of cleaned a little bit more of the house and solve my damn concrete problem in the basement. Why not do that while I have internet? I had all this time. Now when I have my stream running in the background, I just started streaming this video game up to the thing. But we can talk over it. It's not a big deal. But so now that I've got the internet back, I'm just really back online. I'm back at it. I'm really going hog wild, as they say. I'm watching all the movies, watching everything, I can download it. I got the computer, and I'm testing this computer to see if it's a real mama jama. And it is. It is basically the idle processor. It's idle all the time. The CPU. I'm doing almost nothing that ever challenges the CPU. It's wonderful. Yeah. I'm happy with it. Oh, yeah. Sure. Walter Cronkite. Actual news, what's happening in the world, not like some sort of political advertising. Yeah. I miss that sort of news. I would love to go back to those days. Those days are long gone. Sure. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, to kind of wind down. You're watching the television to kind of shut your brain off because your brain no longer has to be like questing and doing stuff and being active. Now it can be totally passive. You're just an observer. You're just sitting in the audience. And being able to kind of turn that part of your brain off is very valuable. But in our culture, we have gone too far with it. We are now just a nation of brainless screen watchers. It's really scary. But there is something to be said that nothing changes. I saw a cute meme online that was talking about how it just showed a picture of everybody staring at their phone today on like a train or a bus or something. Everyone's looking at their phone, and then it's like, oh, it's a shame that it couldn't be like it used to be. And then it shows the picture of how it used to be. Everybody's just staring down at the newspaper. Everybody has a newspaper on the bus, and everyone's reading the newspaper. It's kind of the same thing. It's just a newer version of it. Nothing. There's nothing new under the sun. It's just kind of a new lining, silver lining on it, whatever. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oof. Me too. Have to. Yep. Oh, it's terrible. Ugh. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, that they know how people work. So when you get invested into a show, you're more likely going to stay until the end. So they don't want to scare you away at the beginning with a bunch of ads. They'll just do a couple little ads at the start, and then as you get more invested, they know they got you. So you're not going to stop watching because you've already got all the premise going. So you need to get to the conclusion. Uh, so they're sneaky like that. They've done all sorts of testing and all these things behind the scenes that we're not privy to. So they know human beings better than we know ourselves. That's scary, and it's the same with children. They know children better than parents know their own children. Wow, wow, and they're using that against us. Oof. Mm-hmm. It's just science, yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you got to do something else, right? Okay, exactly. And it's not even that. That's not exactly the true issue. It's that you don't want to watch a freaking commercial. That's it. It's you don't want the advertising. And advertising is this intrusion. They're forcing that on you. You didn't ask for that. You never asked for a single commercial in your entire life. But they're going to show it to you anyway. And you're going to have to watch it. Even if you pay for something like HBO. Now, HBO's premise was we don't advertise. You pay for our service, so we don't need to show you any ads. Well, guess what happens when you start a movie with HBO's thing? Well, it shows you an advertisement for HBO products. Well, it's still an ad. Just because it's HBO stuff doesn't make it exclusionary of it still being an advertisement. It's still an ad. And the sneaky thing that they do at HBO is when you want to skip that ad, you can. You can skip that ad. So you hit the skip button. You skip past the HBO commercials, and then it takes you to the introduction of your program. And so you say, "Oh, I've already seen the intro a million times. Let me skip the intro." Well, what happens after you skipped the intro? Do you remember? You watch it. That's what I'm saying. Max, yeah. When you after the first intro, usually there's kind of like two intros. There's like a preview. That's right. They don't do the intro comes second. First it's the HBO ad. It's like watch this other program by HBO. Then you say skip, and then it's like okay, here is what happened the last time on the program. You say, well, I already know what happened. I just watched that. Skip. Then it shows you, and you cannot skip this. It shows you an advertisement for HBO itself. It's like HBO, da 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 da, HBO. Well, that's an advertisement. That's this intrusive thing that they're forcing you to watch that you can't get around. You can't just skip that. They specifically disallow you from skipping. In fact, they put it in the middle of the things that you can skip, but you can't skip that. So they know that you're there skipping these things, so they got you. They know you're there, so they can show you this HBO advertisement, and you have to watch it because you're on their platform. That's the entire crux of advertising, is that it's this forced thing that they're forcing in your face. It's a billboard out there. You can't just not look at the billboard. It's blocking the sun, you know. There's these artists that do these things like Banksy and other no-name artists that will do this thing called culture jamming. And they'll see the Coca-Cola sign and it says love and it's printed in the Coca-Cola font. Well, they'll spray paint underneath love profit. So it says love profit. And that act is called culture jamming. They're sticking it back to the man because truly that space is public. Where they're advertising, that billboard is a public space. That's all of our space. It's a communal type of thing. And these advertisers are taking over that communal space and forcing us to watch their thing. So it is still acceptable for us to, spray paint that. It's morally just to do that because it's ours. It's ours just as much as it is theirs. So, anyway, I'm done with my rant. Yep. I'm on the phone with my dad. Haven't gotten into it yet. I'm on the phone with my dad. License that, yeah, copying these digital, because that's the nature of the digital thing, is copy paste. I mean, it's inherent thing. It's just information. Yeah, big time. Yeah. Not unless you went to the Dollar Theater later on when it had this kind of second airing or something. Or you had to go back to it to pay the full price to watch it a second time when it's still in its regular run. I know exactly what you're saying. You don't get to keep that forever and watch it at your leisure when the power goes out. But now you can. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. They saw the niche in the market because not everybody wants to own, especially bad movies like some comedies. You just want to watch some comedies once or twice maybe, and that's enough. And it's not like something you want to keep. It's your favorite movie, but it was funny. But that's something you want to rent. And so Blockbuster saw that market niche and jumped on it and expanded. They were everywhere. They were absolutely everywhere. But they didn't foresee the next step. The next step was the media jump. It jumped from the DVD jump, and then even further, it went online. So, yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Well, I think that's why Netflix. That's why Netflix jumped over to that. They split their service. They said we're not going to offer our streaming service and our DVD delivery service as a bundle anymore. You now have to have one or the other or both. It's a separate thing. And then I think they've just done away with the DVDs because I don't even know if anyone does that anymore. I don't think anyone does DVDs anymore. I mean, it's not right. Right, but that's like the Coles of the Coles. Where do you see Red Box? But it's like outside the grocery store, right next to the can recycling thing. It's like no, you get that's like you're scraping the barrel with the Red Box stuff. That's for people who really only watch like one or two movies a year. They're doing other things with their life. So fine, one thing at the Red Box, whatever. Right, it's like, or they need something to appease their kid right then and there. And so, get the movie for the kid. Forget about it. Who cares? I don't know. Different. Yeah. Yep. Download. At least download. And in the future, the upload is going to matter. And I'm coming into that now. You and I, we both watch a lot of YouTube. So, what's in the name of YouTube but you? So, the premise of YouTube is not only just a video posting platform, it's your video posting platform. So, like Big Clive, that's just some guy in his basement tinkering on his toys. And he was like, oh, well, why don't I just record this with a camera and then upload that to YouTube? That's my tube. And then I'm incidentally doing that because one of the other platforms that I watch is Twitch. So in addition to like Amazon and HBO and YouTube, I'm also watching this video game, but primarily video game platform. They do have artists and they do have women in hot tubs, believe it or not, that you can talk to. But it's a weird platform. There's all sorts of stuff going on. But I play a lot of video games. I'm just a gamer. I've always been. That's probably your fault, that damn Atari. But no, it's totally my fault. But I figured blame it on parents. I figured I'd go ahead and upload my video gaming to this platform of video gaming because I'm already watching all these other gamers do exactly that, and they're getting money from doing that. And so, like, oh, that kind of makes a little bit of sense. Kind of at least let the enterprise pay for itself. That kind of makes a little sense. Try to break even. But that's not even really the thing. It's really more about community. You're just putting your thing out there to see if anybody else is also interested in that. And if there is, well, then you now have like a little group of friends. And you can all talk to each other and kind of grow or go in different directions or whatever. And but that's Twitch. And Twitch has a thing where it saves your broadcasts. So and it has a little menu that you can click on. It says export. Well, I can just click a button to export the Twitch broadcast that I did, 9 hours of, that's hundreds of gigabytes of video, and just all for free, port that over to YouTube. And then it takes a while, and then I have to title it, do a description. Is it made for kids or not? No, yes, no, and all that. And now it's out on YouTube. So I am now on YouTube as something humble, like my email address. And I'm just uploading all these games that I'm playing. I mean, why not just put that stuff out there? And I don't think anyone is truly interested in it, but it'll be there for years and years and years. So why not? I don't have to pay for it. All free. Maybe forever. That's right. Yeah. It's insane. And so I'm in it. And now I'm in that stuff. But I'm what they call a content creator. Just because I'm playing a game and I'm putting my little face on top of it, I have a little webcam, and just because I do that, they consider that to be me creating something that is considered broadcastable content. And so if I grow, eventually they'll start putting advertising on what I'm doing. And so the only way you can get out of the advertising, and we go back to the ad thing, is if you subscribe to the channel, which you have to pay monthly, like HBO. You got to pay them directly. Then for 1 month, it only costs $5 for 1 month, or whatever it is. It's about $5. You don't have to watch any ads whenever they're on and you tune in. But if you watch another person on that Twitch platform, you're gonna watch more ads. So it's like you're subscribing to one channel. So if HBO, let's say, had channels, you'd be subscribed to, one guy's channel, the James Cameron channel. So every time you watch James Cameron, it's free. But you won't. It's not free, but you won't have to watch an ad. So, but the advertising thing is very important. Yeah, you got to pay. Yeah, you get the idea. Mm-hmm. You can skip out of it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Have you done that? I want to ask if you've done that. YouTube Premium, just to skip the damn ads. We watch. Yeah. You're right. Okay, well, before you pay for it, I thought about buying that for you for like a Father's Day gift or a Christmas gift or something. So, I know you're a hard person to buy for, and so I was like, oh well, I could buy my dad this little, for like 1 year. You wouldn't have to, have to hit that damn skip button. I don't know, maybe. If you do it, send me the bill and I'll reimburse you or something like that. Because that's something I wouldn't mind getting for you. I don't know how to buy you that. That's a weird thing to buy for someone else. So if you end up buying that, I'll reimburse you. So that's something I can get you. It's not too expensive. It's like $100. I think I looked at it. It's like $100 for the year. Absolutely. Right. Sure. Yeah. My logic is that if you don't have a lot of time left, well, then definitely no more advertising. Fuck those advertising a-holes. We're not going to pay any more attention to them or Trump, Well, set that Trump bag down. Go ahead and let Kamala take care of him. That's the other thing I want to talk to you about, just briefly, was the Josh Johnson YouTube video that he released fairly recently, where he talked about Kamala in the debate that they had. And the thing that really, he's a Daily Show correspondent, this comedian, so he has to watch the debate start to finish with all these other comedians. And the thing that he pointed out that I just wanted to bring to your attention was that when Donald Trump did the cats and dogs bullshit statement about immigrants eating cats and dogs, you remember that, but before he did that, and the reason why he did that is because Kamala insulted his rally sizes, his crowd sizes, and he took that as like the penis insult. Like a man took the and so he took that as he actually got hurt in the debate because she attacked his crowd sizes. So he lashed out with this cats and dogs bullshit, and and I love that Josh Johnson was able to identify that. It's like, that's why that happened. The cats and dogs thing is just this racist rhetoric that they know that they can spout. But why did he go back to that racism stuff? So. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. He mentioned that. Josh Johnson mentioned that exact press conference, that exact thing you're talking about, because it. Yeah, he didn't just make a joke about Trump. He pointed out that Trump is a joke. It's a difference. And Trump, if the camera panned around, everybody in the room is laughing along, but not Trump. He's sitting there stone-faced. He knows he just got called a chump by a black man who's the president of the United States. And so that was the genesis of his whole hatred against Obama. He's never going to be Obama's friend ever again. He's going to go. That was a war cry right there. But the Republicans knew that they could take advantage of that. The Republican Party. So they are this broken, evil system with the Project 2025. I mean, they're an evil, ancient, racist, imperialist, colonizer, slave owner group. That's the far right. We already know who they are. But, they've employed this clown, this scapegoat, Donald Trump, to be their man because he's such a powerful brand and such a shining light that they can all be drawn to, all these demons. Oh, yeah. From day one. He's a business fraud. Yeah. He's a criminal, a felon, criminal, rapist, cheating on his wife, like having an affair with a porn star while his wife is pregnant. Like, get the frick out. Like, he is like the most immoral man out there. But at the end of the day, he's a scapegoat. He's the perfect scapegoat because he has all this stuff already wrong with him. He was broken before the Republicans ever tried to run with him. So, he's the perfect guy to take the fall. So, let's say Donald Trump takes the fall. Let's say they finally get Donald Trump into jail. Then what? Who's the next clown that this broken, evil, slave owner society, rich corporate system puts into office? They'll just run another guy. They'll find some other Mark Robinson, the black Nazi. Like, what? This idiot? Like, get him out of here. Oh, anyway, I'm done with politics. I'm doing this in front of my computer. Sure. Yeah, it's almost obvious. And speaking of Nazis, we had the Dick Cheney guy. He's another Nazi-looking guy. He has come out in favor of Kamala Harris against Donald Trump. He hates Donald Trump so much, he's switching parties for the president. And that's crazy. I mean, that's not a good endorsement for one thing, but it's just a sign of what's happening in our system. Holy hell. it's obvious. Yeah, it was obvious to me as a teenager that that was propaganda, and it's a shame. Yeah, yeah. It's pure opinion, and it's pure like agenda opinion. It's not like all these guys are just having this random opinion that's all kind of in the same direction. No, no, no. They all have an agenda that they're presenting as their own opinion based on quote unquote facts, which are actually not facts, which are like complete lies, and they're never ever trying to actually get to the bottom of things. They're doing the illusion of being a skeptic. When a true skeptic investigates the data, the evidence. That's how you get to the bottom of things. But not what they're doing. They're saying they're being skeptical, but they're only just going with their side of things, never ever trying to even look at what the other side has to say. Yeah, it's anti-American. It's almost obviously like a foreign attack. It's almost obvious, in my opinion, but what am I to say? Well, that's the thing. You can't know. You can't know because they've hidden that information thanks to the Supreme Court decision of Citizens United. All anonymous, all donations to political candidates can be totally anonymous from corporate donors. So it's all sorts of black hush money now. It's just that was the thing that they did to let the criminals run free. And so that was another part of the destruction of our democracy. We need to have not just the Democrat, we need to have the Republicans essentially go away. And the Democrats become the Republicans, and we need to have a new left-wing party that's as equally powerful to the Democrats to come along and kind of challenge the Democrats. Because as far as I see it, the Democrats are these kind of centrist / a little bit right-wing. That's the way I see it. And so those people are going up against the far right-wingers. So ultimately we're going to get a right-wing system. And that's what we've been dealing with this whole time. So we need another kind of big party to come along. And I really would like to see both the Democrats and Republicans be abolished. The party system is a bad system. Be it 2-party, 3-party, however many parties. I think just parties are part of the problem. Let's just be an issue and candidate system. Let's not have a party. Let's vote on the issues. So, I don't know. Huh. I like that. Sure. Sure. Uh-huh. Right. Or don't even make headway. Sure. It's sort of like Trump saying he has a plan for health care. He's going to repeal Obamacare and put in this great plan that he has an idea for, and it's going to happen. And he's been saying that for 10 years. So where's the plan, Donnie? They don't have no plan. The plan is to deface Obama. That's their plan. They want to take down anything Obama has built. It's an obvious ploy. They're completely insurrectionists. They are traitorous. And I mean, they tried to take over the Capitol. I mean, I don't know how much more obvious it needs to be for the American people to go full World War II on their asses. I don't understand why we're not raiding their beaches yet. These Republicans are obviously criminals. Let's put them in jail. Whatever. That's just me. I'd say. These people are broken. So. Yeah, oh, perfect. It's an iron bubble, yeah. Yeah, that's a good metaphor. Exactly. In a sense, yeah. Well, to a degree. It'll just make life that much more hard for everybody else, especially the poor people, the innocent people, the people in jail. They, right. They want to go in that direction. That's what they're talking about when they say make America great again. They're saying make America Germany again. That's what they're saying. It's a weird thing that they're doing. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Sure. 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 And it's the continuation of what happened before all of that with the Native Americans. I mean, we right. I can't think of any. I can't think of any. Yeah. Sure. It had to be accepted by white people. It had to be something that the white people would accept. It couldn't be black people showing black people as, corporate executives, well-to-do rich people. You have to show black people as poor, laughable. You can laugh at them, poke fun at them, uneducated. That's right. That's a presentable form of black people to this audience because that's who has control of it. That's who has the okay or no K about what gets published. But that's all changing. And it's one reason why BET was such a big deal. I didn't kind of realize it when I was a teenager or a kid when BET came out, but that was a black focused, not just channel, but like entire brand. And so everything about it was African American focused. And that's just revolutionary. They just didn't have that. It's like they don't have not just a show. The show's owned by some white network. Well, this is a black network entirely. So they're not going to discriminate against African Americans inherently because they are African Americans. Like it's just a revolutionary concept. It's like having a black president. That's just revolutionary in America, and we've achieved it. And we're about to achieve a black female president of mixed origin, mixed nationality, just like Obama was mixed nationality. We still, I think, I don't think Americans are quite ready for a full black American as president. We're like accepting of a half black, you know what I'm saying? Because the half black still has the white genes in them or whatever. That's what I'm saying. America's not ready for that. But if both his parents had been black, and he had a bit more of a African American, look to him, he would not have been as well received. I don't think. He has to have that because we're still there. We're still this white-oriented, imperialistic colonizer culture. It's the whole thing with Israel. I think we've been over that. There's more Christian Zionists than there are Jewish Zionists. Think about that. That's crazy. So it's the Christians who are enabling the Jewish Zionists to do their thing in Israel and Gaza and all that. It's only because of the West. It was they went there after World War II with our help. We set all that up for them. So that's us. That's really not the Jews. That's us. That's the Christians, the white Americans. So anyway, I don't want to go down that too. I kind of want to break off the phone call in a little bit here. I'm trying to do this internet streaming, where I'm broadcasting my end of the conversation to these poor people. There's no one watching. But. Yeah. I don't want to mess up our schedules too much. But yes, yeah, and don't want to try. Yeah. Funny. Right. Yeah. Yeah. She got a good brain on her. She's got a real damn good brain on her. Bonnie Kerr. She's sharp. Oh. She's turned that thing off in her brain. Absolutely. And it goes back to the meat thing. We talked about Bonnie a little bit before. I see the fundamental red flag that allows for the Trump red flag as the pig thing. Her basic fundamental level of compassion has been turned off in her brain. So she's not willing to treat other pigs like she'll treat her pig. Yeah, so this is a fundamental thing. This is not like a big thing, it's a little thing. But little things build into. That's what I'm saying. It's the. There it is. That's it. Yep. Yeah. But I think she knows. I think they know that it's not a news program. Deep down, these people know that it's really not news. They enjoy being addicted. It's like smoking a cigarette. I'll tell you that. It is like being addicted. They're hearing what they want to hear. They're being reassured in their own opinions, which aren't even their opinions. And so that's what was happening. She was getting that dose. She was, that was her work in a way. If let's say she didn't watch Fox and instead she was helping you just idly a little bit, being your helper, she'd be listening to what you were saying, and you're going to have this left-wing leaning conversation. You're just not going to be talking about how wonderful Trump is and all that bullshit. And so she doesn't want to hear that. She wants to hear how wonderful Trump is, because she needs to be reaffirmed in her, her righteousness is not the right word for it, but in her feeling of being right. She needs to be reaffirmed. Yeah. Sure. It's not about that at all. They're not looking into his history. They're not. They're only taking things at face value, only believing what he says literally to be the case. I'm the best. I'm the best speechwriter. Everybody loves me. Blah, blah. He is like the biggest buffoon when it comes to speaking. If you're just an outsider, but if you're a Trump fan, they're hearing this reaffirmation of everything they want to be believing. And so they're like, yeah. They're like little dogs. Yeah. It's terrible. Yeah, oh God. It's so megalomaniac, narcissistic. It's like, if you know anything about psychology, you could just peg this guy instantly. But these people, they turn that part of their brain off. So it's crazy. It's crazy. It's where we are. Absolutely. But look at it this way. We're cavemen. We weren't cavemen, but just a few thousand years ago, okay? So we're still cavemen. We just are cavemen with cell phones and laptops and internet. So we're still cavemen, but we have all these new toys. So that explains a lot. And if you look at how time works, the rise of humanity is only still just a blink of the eye. So you and I and people who kind of have our heads on straight are witnessing kind of what's happening on Earth in this moment in time, which is the cavemen have found cell phones and are destroying the planet with it. That's basically, and we can't do anything about it. We're just like born before our time. So all we can do is just watch. It's like watching a volcano explode. Yeah, we could talk about how freaking horrible that volcano is, but it's still going to explode. It's still exploding. So what can we do about the exploding volcano? Well, we can live our life. We can try to form a little garden that we can get our food growing in. Get a greenhouse and clean the ash off the top of the greenhouse and let some light in. And, move forward. And we just can't let them live our lives. We can't let them be the focus. And so that's why I like to go back to set that bag down about Trump, is that we could just set this bag down, and we can talk about something else, and we don't have to focus on him. So anyway, we can do that later today. Oh, I do have a question for you. That's the other thing I want to talk about. Thank you for mentioning and all that, property taxes. I haven't heard anything, but I wanted to ask you, since you're kind of putting everything into a trust, how is the house not going into work? Is like your portion of the house going? Okay. Well, why is that? So. But the thing is, you still own part of this house, not trust. Not what you have it right now. I'm talking about right now. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. Okay, I didn't realize that. I thought that the trust was something that you were like signing all of your money or whatever assets over to, and then they are going to be giving you whatever you need to keep going and paying for all your stuff, just as like kind of like a third party deal. But now this is something that occurs as like a will and last testament. After you pass, the trust becomes active, and therefore the Charles Weathers assets that are not being given, like me to. Whatever, we had that clause, for what the clause was called. Yeah, but I understand now. Okay. Of the trust. Right. 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 Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Because of the survivorship clause. Right. And that's just a part of how the assets are being transferred. That's an interesting little kind of loophole in the housing market. I bet other people are taking advantage of that in other ways, on a bigger scale than you and I. But just as I get ownership of my share of that. Yeah, right, that makes sense. That's a fair trade. But I understand the whole point of the trust is to kind of make sure that Ken doesn't become a pauper. That Ken doesn't, lose everything to this black hole that he has found. Yeah. Right. You mentioned about this earlier. Sure. Right. Right. You told me about all this before. We already covered this. Well, I was just confused about the trust being active right now. I thought that by, like you say, but it hasn't been gone into like the irrevocable phase. So right now, the asset in my house is essentially still in Charles's Weather's name, even though it's also a part of the trust, but it's okay. Right. It is separate. Right, that's what I'm saying. I was wondering about that. Are we going to have to do something about the house title, or how is that? Or yeah, I was thinking if I need to leave this house, sell the house, and buy something in Atlanta, let's say. Well, what would happen to the funds? And would the funds be, let's just say I sold, but I didn't rebuy. The funds would go in. Right. Right, or not even half, but the percentage that we divvied it. Right. But that's how it works. Right. That's what I figured. And then I would hope that you'd be so kind to employ the thing on my next purchase. But I don't know. I would try to do the tactic of targeting a new piece of property and shifting, so you don't have to pay that capital gains if there is any. I'm not sure there would be any, but. Yeah. Sure. Fine. Yeah. Transition the funds. Yeah. Right. But I was just kind of wondering how. I'm not planning on doing that. I'm just kind of wondering the hypothetical if that happened. Right. Okay. I'm just curious about how that works. It is. Yeah, it is. It's because it's considerable. Absolutely. I bet. Nice. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. No, you're getting your ducks in order. You're putting all your ducks in a row. Yeah, to use this horrible hunting phrase, I try to get away from these damn animal phrases, but you're getting you're putting everything. You're dotting your I's and you're crossing your T's, and that means a lot. Not a lot of people do that in this type of society. Yes, I really. I don't think there would be, but I really appreciate it. There could be with my sister-in-law. That's right. With my sister-in-law, all bets are off. But I've never. I talked to Ken briefly a while ago, and he I think I told you this. He apologized for laughing or kind of poking fun at the little skull paintings that I did that kind of hung in my room for a while, and they were just little fun, nothing paintings. I wanted to paint some. I think you gave me those old flower prints. They were just kind of weird little art flowers and vases or something on this like a linen cloth. So I just painted over that. And Ken laughed at it. He was like, "Well, I'm kind of sorry that I actually laughed at that." I was like, "Well, don't be sorry because I've never ever felt anything malicious from you ever, Ken. Because I never have. He has never ever done anything bully-like or mean or anything like that ever, and not in his heart. And so, but he has done other things. He is apathetic. He does do this thing where he's not talking to us. He is secretive and like in a weird way, and so that I don't like. I think it's embarrassment. I think there's more to it than that. I think he just doesn't want to reveal how deep he's kind of gotten into debt and all this stuff. Partially because of embarrassment, partially from other things. I don't know, but he's never wanted to come forward. He's never wanted to do the thing that like Alcoholic Anonymous people do when they do the 13-step program or whatever, 12-step program, where they reach out and talk to all the people whose lives they've affected. And they say, I'm really sorry that I inconvenienced you this way. Is there any way I can make it up to you? Let's get coffee. I'm trying to do things right. Do you have any advice for me? Something like that. He's never put that first step forward with me or with you. So I got a problem with that. But that's asking a lot. I can send it to you. One of them has holes in it. I'm looking at it right now. I got it hanging up here. It's like the holes in it. The painting has gotten pierced. I forgot what pierced it, but it's got like two little piercings in its holes in the canvas. But they're small holes. They don't do anything. And the skull has little fangs. It doesn't have a bottom jaw. It just has the top part of the skull. And it looks like it has like vampire fangs. And then the other skull doesn't have the vampire fangs, just it does have the bottom part. I can send them to you. They're small, they're not big. They hung over my closet there in Burdett for a few years. I don't know how many years. But before that, they hung down in the stairwell. I can't flip them over because I already painted over the back of them. But they were these. I think you gave them to me. They were these little canvases that you didn't want anymore. I think you had taken them down and put something else up. And I asked if I could paint over that, and you were like, sure, whatever. I'll send you the picture. It's nothing. It's nothing fancy. It was just I was playing around. I had a little extra paint. I was like, well, I'll put this extra silver paint on this canvas here. And, I made a little skull. Isn't that cute? I like skulls. I'm into skulls. So it's not a big deal. Right. Hey, it wasn't ever one of your favorites. You're more interested in like the lighthouse thing and the eyeball one. That was kind of more where your interests were leaning with my stuff. And I still hear your voice in my head that you should be painting. I still hear you say that to me all the time, even though you're not saying it all the time. But I am taking it to heart. I've got a little talent. I've got the drive, and I have AI now. So I've already made some quote unquote. I have made with AI's help some art, and it's pretty cool looking. I'm really into the squirrels and crows now, so I'm having AI help me with that. And if you were to tune into my stream now, you would see my kind of startup screen where I'm like playing around with some text, and it's got this squirrel and a crow in a yin yang symbol. It looks really cool, and AI kind of came up with that. I was like, damn, this is really cool. But what I can do is take that image and start painting it in real life. And in other images like it. So I can kind of use AI to spawn these images that I have in my head and give me this like rough draft, and then I'll transition that over to a wooden panel board with acrylic paints, something like that. That'd be nice. It'd be a nice little kickstart. That'll just help me, because I'm a lazy bum procrastinator type of guy. That just gives me a methodology to get this out and express myself, and get these ideas. Some of the I kind of want to do a planet series. I get that out of my head. Have a few different types of Earths, Venus, and that's be nice. So hang that. That's kind of cool. Sure. It's not the thing. Something else. You should be finding me, and I'm live right now on Twitch, but I'm talking to you on the phone. So my computer is just broadcasting this out to the web, and I have like one or two people in the room, but they're not watching. They just have the tab open in their browser, and they're watching some other tab that has actually something going on, because I'm basically avoiding people. But that's okay. That's a totally acceptable thing to do, because I don't have like a big following who's demanding that I be there at that screen right now, be active. Like, that doesn't exist for me, so I don't worry about that. But I value this phone call way more. Oh, wow. Right. Yeah, I'm one of them. It is. I learned some when I watch him, but I don't learn from him like you learn from him. I don't get the same thing out of it you get out of it, because I'm at so much more of a novice level. You are. You're at a much more advanced level. But he's still entertaining to me because of his personality. He has this big, happy, gay guy personality, and it's wonderful. He's absolutely a charming individual. And so, but he is. Well, I'll tell you what, the million stat isn't necessarily a marker of the person's abilities, like Big Clive's talent, like that. It's more just a marker of how long they've been doing it. That's it. And how the word has spread. They're probably not paying for advertising to get their channel broadcasted out there to get new people. They don't care about that. They just want to do their thing. But that's how it grows. You're just doing your thing, and word of mouth slowly spreads. And you grow. You're not trying to grow. You're not trying to get 1 million subscribers. It's just it's like a snowball that just picks up speed. There it goes. Yeah. Sure. Right. He hates that when he's watching stuff too. He's just like you and I. He's just a person. He's not some sort of channel. He's not the corporate advertiser guy. He's a big guy. Yeah, I love that about him. And other YouTubers too. There's one guy I follow now who's like a botanist. I'm trying to get Bonnie to watch him. And he's the guy I watch when I'm on the treadmill. And he is like a real Chicago tattooed kind of punk rock, just kind of real rough and tumble Chicago guy. But he's like a master botanist, and he just is rattling off all the names and traits of all these plants he's looking at out in Texas, or he travels the world. So he's going to Chile, he's going to Europe, he's just everywhere. And he also does this show that was broadcast in Europe, but it's now on YouTube, called Kill Your Lawn. And it's pretty funny. And they go about in a funny way. Like one time they have the Reaper come out, and he's gonna, the Grim Reaper is gonna kill one or whatever, like to the side. But they basically are, flipping it over so it kills all the turf, and planting these native to the area trees and plants and whatnot, so that the local flora and fauna comes back and it becomes back part of the ecosystem that it used to be. We have this colonizer mindset mindset. And so his whole thing isn't just kill your physical lawn, it's kill the lawn inside your head. You know, kill that colonizer mindset. And then everything will fall into place. I really like that. He's not a vegan, so I don't like that part. He's always talking about hitting a cow or something like that. Come on, guy. He has a big following. It's crazy. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, well, you're respecting nature. Yeah, absolutely. What? Nice, nice. Oh, poor thing. Sure. Yeah. Well, wild animals, wild animals don't have secure shelter, so they basically have to make it themselves. That's why they have that nest. But they have other ways of coping with, you know, torrential floods and all that. They have their life cycles, you know, they have different systems. They'll be fine. But sure, absolutely. Right. You could save their nest. You could, you know, send that to like a museum or something. But, you know, they'll put it in like a kid's class for those players. I don't know. But there's things you can do that I really actually appreciate you, you know, giving them a little mercy. And really, I like that. There's a group called Mercy for Animals, and when I first went vegan, that concept of just giving mercy to these little ants, little wasps, that's a radical concept. Not everybody is going to give mercy to animals, but we should be. That is this fundamental thing. That's what, let's say, Jesus was talking about. Jesus was holding the lamb. He's saying, you know, love one another. Don't kill one another, you idiots. And so it has to go back to this fundamental level, because if you don't do it at the fundamentals, you're not doing it at the, you know, other levels. So I'll end my entire vegan rant right there. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, eventually. Yeah, it's actually pest control. Yeah. Oh yeah. You were telling me about that. Yeah. Yeah. They're a little prejudiced. Well, even Bonnie, though, believe it or not, Bonnie's getting less prejudiced towards spiders. She's seeing them more as, you know, allies than enemies. You know, and that's Bonnie. Bonnie, you know, Grandma, she's got a big fear of spiders. So that's a people can change, and I have to look at myself that, you know, I didn't always used to be a vegan. I used to be vegetarian, and before that, I wasn't vegetarian. So people can change, but they have to be the one that changes. You really have to employ what's called the Socratic technique. You can't just say go vegan. That sort of sentiment is like, oh, go vegan. Oh, no, thank you. But you have to ask questions and then let the other person come to the conclusion on their own. You can't give them the conclusion. That doesn't work that way. They have to like figure it all out themselves. So That's an ancient practice. That's Socrates was doing that stuff. So. Yeah. 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 Sure. Well, the truth is there are milestones. It's like, when did I truly become a vegan? Was it when I stopped wearing leather belts and leather shoes? Well, I was still consuming honey at that point. Is it when I stopped consuming honey? Well, I maybe have been doing other things. Like, where is the gray area when it comes to supporting companies that are selling vegan products, but the company itself is also conducting other, very non-vegan activities like pharmaceutical animal testing. There's one company, Daya. Daya was entirely vegan, but they were bought out, and so now the parent company that owns this primarily vegan company does all this animal testing. They're like a Japanese pharmaceutical firm. I forget their name, but they do a lot of animal testing. So very, very non-vegan stuff. But where it's a gray area now. So you're still buying this plant-based thing, but you're supporting vivisection. So it got you. And the same is true with silk. The brand Silk, I found out recently, is owned by a French dairy farm, some sort of dairy farm conglomerate type of thing. And so by buying the Silk almond milk, which I love, I still buy it, I'm somehow still supporting dairy. But to some degree, because of how ownership works. But that's a gray area. But it's also casting a vote. You're saying, this is what I'm voting for. This is what I'm paying my money for, is the plant-based product. And so maybe they'll see over time that diversification is paying out dividends, and so they'll decline their dairy operations and reinvest into the plant-based, because that's where the money is. And that's how you got to show them that as the consumer. We are in a consumer society. So I'm done ranting. I can go on. I'm trying to get off the phone, but now we're back on my favorite subject. Sure. Nice. Okay. Oh. Alcohol. 5%. That's like a strong beer. Wow. Money, money, money. Now, I am not surprised. I'll tell you why. Because they sell those Lipton cans and bottles in gas stations. And gas stations are this kind of like a dollar store, the Dollar General. They're serving this kind of low-level, convenience-level clientele and charging them an outrageous amount for these small quantities of things. It's like the opposite of Costco. They're not getting any sort of good deal. They're literally getting ripped off. But they kind of don't know they're getting ripped off, and they are getting something for it. They're getting this convenience. They don't have to go to a Costco and get a membership and all that. They can just pop down to the gas station, get a little bit of gas, get a little bit of tobacco, and whatever, all their other drugs, get a little bit of how do they call it? Arnold Palmer. That's another thing Lipton sells, which is lemonade with iced tea. They sell that in a can with Arnold Palmer's golfer's picture. And it's called the Arnold Palmer. That's like one of his favorite drinks or whatever. He mixes sweet tea with lemonade. Well, it's just sweet. It's just super sweet tea is all it is. It's super sweet lemon tea. But it's still going in the direction of they're selling this product to the masses that is really not good for the. It's really not good for the people drinking it. It's a lot of high fructose. You know, it's a lot of this stuff that really you shouldn't be drinking. Now, if you made it yourself and with like natural ingredients, it would be probably taste a lot better and be better for you. But you can't find that in the gas station. Well, it's not preserved like this other preservable. We'll wrap it up. Yeah. Yeah, get a little something in the stomach, that helps in the nap. Alright, I'll let you go. Well, I'll give you a buzz. We'll be in touch soon. We'll be call next week or something. Check on you in Florida. See what you're up to down there. Sure. Well, it's a YouTube channel. I'm really on Twitch. I'm live on Twitch, which is like YouTube. It's just a platform, a website. But I'm exporting my Twitch broadcasts over to YouTube. So yeah, if you go to YouTube and type in something humble, you'll probably eventually get to me. And it's like video games, and there's like some long broadcasts. Some of it's on my phone. I figured out how to get my phone to broadcast this stuff. And so I have this small little game on my phone that I play just while I'm at the dentist's office, or I sit on the toilet. I'll play the little game. But I figured, I can put that on Twitch. And when I didn't have the internet, I was like, well, I can put this phone game on Twitch, and I have a consecutive streak going. Since I started, I've been doing it every single day, at least a little bit, every single day, if not long. So I'm up to like 50 days, 50 something days. That's right. That's right. Something to do. I'm already playing these games. Let me just get that out there too. All right, I'll give you a call here in like a few days or whatever. We'll touch base again. Yeah. Okay. I'll maybe wait till you're in Florida. Wait till you're on the beach, and then I'll call you. I know. I've gotten you a few times. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Perfect. We'll be in touch. All right, bye-bye. Oh, that was a short phone call. Usually I call him, he doesn't call me. All right, I'm going into the chair. F the exercise ball. That was fun. Okay, where was I? What the heck was I doing? Should I stop it here and then just delete all of that? Because it was kind of nothing. You kind of maybe caught a little bit of my conversation with him. All right. What I'm going to do is go back to starSECTOR. I'm done starting up my stream. Let me turn my volume up here. Here we go. Get back in the mood. My hand is cold. It's been holding the phone. My house is a little bit cold. We're at the prism. We're deciding not to do the station mission that they gave us. I think we're leaving the prism. We sold what we wanted to sell. So we have a drug delivery to go back home. We're going back home and we're going to buy a new boat. That's what we're going to do. That's going to be fun. We'll do a quick repair. Com directory, any officer, that's good. What can you do, buddy? You're cautious, so that's terrible. You'll just never engage, so no thank you. Looking for more aggressive pilots, generally speaking. So they act, when they're aggressive, they'll actually try to engage. When they're steady, they'll just like kind of stay on the edge of engaging. When they're cautious, they'll try not to engage. When they're timid, they'll just like run away completely. But those could be good on the right ship. Let's do accepted here. E accepted. Well, we need to go to the academy, start all that. That's right. But we'll do that later. Put that on the next pass. I've accepted this drug delivery. I've accepted the Red Planet exploration mission. There's a pirate fleet bounty we can totally ignore. Could do this cache. I don't need this yet, so we can just let that stay. I can explore that whole system. I'm ready to start exploring. Ah. We have to go to Vermilion to do our mission. Interesting. It's good to know. Let's go do the drug mission just right away. Maybe we'll find somebody along the way that wants to make a donation of supplies or heavy machineries. Or heavy armories. Heavy armaments. Heavy arms. Heavy machineries, okay. It's not as good. Hello? Going to Betis? Are you baiting me with your Betis run? Are we just going to naturally catch up to you? I'm not even doing anything. You're going in there? You're not going to make it, buddy. Too bad. Ooh, I think I'm going to get to kill this person as a bonus. Because they're so close to this, and they're the same faction. I think they just fight together because of that. Well, let's see, what is this? They have a Venture as their captain. Okay. There's no Ventures here, so we're about to see. Yep, the Venture is playing. That's why they're probably engaging. They don't know who I am. Which is not good for them. I'll take that one eventually, but this one first. This guy, I'll take that one eventually, but this one first. The rest of these people are on hunt and destroy. They're speeding up time by a factor of 2. I could slow it back down when we start to engage, if you'd like. Okay. I had a very short phone call with my dad. Lasted only 2 or 3 hours. We can go 6 to 8 hours. I've lived with him before as an adult. We just talk for days. We could just talk in person for days. It's really him talking and me listening and saying, oh, what about this time? Oh, okay, That's mostly what he does. He has a lot of stories, really into talking. He has a lot of points to make. So do I. I'm a pretty opinionated person now. I got some points in my head. Try to get him in there. Breeze. Maybe they think of it because I'm unarmed. Oh, that is one thing that factors into auto-resolves, is the value of the weaponry equipped on your ships. So right now, my most valuable weapons are these mini breeds. And some of these, what are interceptor bomber fleet boys. So we're done here. Oh, that's a cool looking ship. Let me just look at this for a second. Shinoria class, superiority aviation cruiser. I like how they just keep misnaming everything. Is it? Oh, here we go. Nice. It is a cruiser. Okay. Sometimes they call things cruisers when they're destroyers. So they'll call it cruiser when it's a capital. They'll call it a destroyer when it's like a super capital. What? That was in Star Wars. The Star Wars mod. Can you guys hear me okay? The mic's a little bit far away. Get a little bit of mic sound here. Oop, sorry. We'll claim this victory. We'll say okay. We will pursue with our second in command this guy. And we will consider. Considered. Pick through, take it all. It's a very nice little donation for us. Thank you very much. Oh. Wait, what? These were like the shipping vessels that like come in and pop back out. So I could kill them again. But I don't really care about making Betis pay for their crimes. I could kill that again. The Independents still like me. F3. Independents are still very welcoming with me. So they're going to get even more... They're going to be cooperative by the time I'm done with the story missions. What are you doing? I guess I could be doing this. Since my income is not tied to any of my factions things, this only hurts my reputation with Tritac. They're inhospitable. I want to keep... Actually, I want to be suspicious with them. So I'm going to leave them be. This is my guy. I don't want to attack them. We're going to hit 8 to pop through this quickly. Now 5. We're going to try to race this guy. Holy hell. Try to race you too. Ah, I could kill this guy. Newer processing plant. He has nothing though. I'm not going to get anything out of that guy. I'm going to get like 2 heavy armaments. Another one to go through. 8. Click, click, click. If you click a few times it helps. My phone's going. Ah, my dad. My dad had lost his internet where he is right now. Which is one reason why he's calling me. I called him when my internet went down, so that's really funny. But karma right there. What do you do when your internet goes out, guys? What do? You gotta find something to do. Okay, we made it back. Where are we going? Intel, the drug missions. Double click it. S. Click on it and then click S. And then right click on the planet. You could actually say leave. It's this blob right here. So then we go right over the blob, hit the 0 button, and it's going to teleport us right to it. Hit 1 so we don't get gigged by our friendly police officers. Complete our delivery and get our escrowed money back. We shall do a quick little repair. So we had some storm damage. We could be buying some of this stuff. We got a lot of money. 5 mil. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. This is the home world, so they have on the black market. If I do this, they get kind of mad at me. Uh-oh. Mini Rest ASM launcher. Multi-stage mount type large. Is this the semi-brief? Oh, interesting. It costs flux. I don't know. This is not the semi-brief. This is something else. But it looks cool. I think I'm going to get this anyway. Yeah, it's not very expensive. Here's the semi-brief, okay? Holy hell. Look at the cost per unit. This is why I had to bank up money. That's why I went to the core worlds to do a bit of piracy and trading. I'm gonna have to get some more ice and fluid. I took my drink out of here. What the hell? I'll be right back. Alright. I'm back. I got me a soda pop. I'll open it under the table. This is technically my second soda of the day. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. But, you know, you only live once. You only die of soda poisoning one time in your life. It's going to be my time to shine. Okay, so we're going to do this. This is insane. Multiple burst weapon system. It will detonate at least 3 times and deal damage consecutively over a large area. Wow. It will randomly deal up to 8,000 energy damage in the initial burst, followed closely by burst of 1250 energy and 1250 frag. So the primary burst is the biggest, and it's an energy. And then comes... and that overwhelms their shields. I see. And then comes energy and frag. So the fragmentation is for hull. So it absolutely shreds their hull if all of their armor is gone. Which it should be. Holy heck. Guess what, boys? We're taking both of these. And because it costs so much, this is the cost. 2 of these cost as much as one of my primary vessels currently. So it's in terms of auto resolve. When you stack it up, it considers the not just the value of the ships, but the value of the weapons attached to the ships. So it's considering all of the value, not just deployment points. So that's why I'll be able to do better auto resolves by buying super expensive weaponry. And I can afford it because I've done all the piracy. Piracy pays. Crime pays, but botany doesn't. Is a wonderful channel on YouTube that I recommend everybody check out. He's excellent. Learn something about the world around you. Eh? You know, you don't have to be in space all the time. You can come back to Earth. I like to watch him while I'm on the treadmill. This guy, Crime Pays. It's like I'm out walking in nature, and he's my personal trail guide, telling me everything there is about these freaking plants and awesome flowers that are native to the area. And he's like got the animals in the background too. He's like finding these cool animals, finding turds, little scat, you know, investigating stuff, talking about politics a little bit, talking about society a little bit. It's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. So that was on the black market too. Excellent. They're gonna be really mad at me for making these black market purchases. If you highlight this, the suspicion level at the bottom is now extreme. So I think we're gonna purchase all of these, and all of these. I don't know why I need those just yet. It's for the ladies, for the people I'm talking to. I think I'm gonna need even more of all this because the first lady wanted this choco lava cake. And I was like, oh, I just need to buy her a lava cake. And she's like, yeah, 300 for all my crew should do. Oh, you want 300 cakes? 300 cakes. Yeah. If somebody gave me 300 cakes, I think I'd be happy with them. And everybody that I give all of those cakes to will be really happy with me. So that would work out. I understand. I might not need to equip any of these other weapons, but I will be looking at their cost. The price. Price matters so much. The wings. Escort. What is this? There's maneuverability. When this ship is then of a larger friendly ship, increases this ship's maneuverability and top speed. Wow. Double for destroyers if it's a capital. Wow. This is cool. If you're building in... Yeah, this could be cool. This is interesting. I'm going to get that just through the natural means of things, but I like that. Here we go. How much... So these are 12,000, which is more expensive than the large slot regular weaponry. This is a medium. This is a small missile that's more expensive than the large cannons. Let's take them. Now we have more mini briefs. We're going to be shooting out a bunch of just deadly missiles all the time. That's our plan. And we're going to be trying not to blow ourselves up, but, you know, accidents do happen. Fortunately, this game has this mechanic. If I hit C, you can see my upgrades. I have hull restoration. If my ships are almost always recoverable if lost in combat. So, I'm not sure what the almost is in there for. I think it's just always recoverable. There's just certain scenarios where you can't for some reason, and so they're kind of warning you about that. But it's not the end of the world. I've never really had that problem. I think I've lost a few ships in auto resolve stuff, and it like hasn't even impacted nothing. So that's just in the course of years of play, maybe a year or two. I could look back to see when I bought the key. I saw the original email they sent me. But I may switch from hull restoration, which repairs your D-mods, 1 per month automatically, which could be very valuable, to this, which, and I won't have this, I'll have this instead, which reduces the supply cost in battle by like 40% when we have maximum D-mods. And you can restore your ships that have D-mods, that have bad D-mods, and just kind of re-roll the dice again to see what new D-mods you get. There are mods you can apply to starSECTOR that let you play with the D-mods. You can like move D-mods from ship to ship, which is an interesting thing. So it really customs this, but it seems like this would be stronger because you don't have any D-mods, which negatively affect your ship. But this one here flips the script. It makes D-mods no longer a bad thing, but a good thing. And it also reduces the monthly cost. So it makes your fleet 40% more efficient. You're paying 40% less per month. So at the beginning of a campaign, this is very valuable because you're saving so much money, which you can then reinvest into your fleet and grow that much faster, or your colonies, whatever. But for the time being, we're playing with this hull restoration. I put this choice up to a Dion, and he went with a hull restoration, so we're sticking with it for now. I do plan on changing. You have this ability here to reassign skills. So you spend 1 story point to do that, but it can actually be very valuable. It can change how you play the game. I'm interested in playing there's some mod that has XOs, executive officers, that you don't get the same tree. You only get these combat perks. And people are saying that it's better, but I really, really like my industry perks. It feels like these are just so unbelievably important and powerful in the game. They just enable the combat. I almost never even focus on combat at all. I don't like to pilot the ship myself. It still benefits you even if you're not piloting, but I just find it's better to have superior tactics than one strong ship that you're piloting. You're essentially still using AI to do everything else anyway, so it's just one more ship. I mean, why not have all your ships, not just, you know. And it allows you to be a better commander. You can just stare at the tactical screen the whole time and make quick decisions. You can pause it and make a quick decision tactically. It's better than if you kind of miss the chance in a combat because you were piloting so hard, you missed your chance to do some sort of tactical advantage as a commander because you're just busy being a star pilot. So it took me a little while to kind of realize that. I started out doing a lot of combat, and I was like, wait a minute, I don't have to do this. I can just pilot the cargo vessels and let all my officers, and really good, once I get, here, I'll go back to C. Once I get the support doctrine upgrade, this is the next thing I'm getting, it radically changes things. For all my ships that don't have pilots, don't have officers, which is the majority of my ships, they all get super good. They become like level 4. Level 4 officers. basically. Okay, so let's check the bar out. We could talk to the Marines. If they're cheap, we'll buy them. They are. I don't want to offer my service just yet. Not ready for those missions. I'm a bit stronger. Let's talk to the captain. What you got? Ah, Minoria. This is what Adion was suggesting I get because it's a carrier. I was talking about trying to go for a carrier fleet. So we'll buy this little guy. We get a good deal. I don't think we lost any standing with this, but we get a little bit of points with the person. She's cute. Continue. Let's see what the station commander wants us to defend against. This could be good for us. Although I am scared of this, actually. I'm scared of that. I'm scared of that. I don't know if I should be scared of that or not. I think I am. Very scared of that. Very scared of that. Kind of scared of that. This is what I have. It's like my best ship is this one, so they're better than me. If it was just this, like 2 or 3 of these fleets, they'd be fine. But they got this here, so we got to decline here. I need to blow my nose 1 second. Let's see what the man smoking in the dark corner wants to talk about. You have a subject in a prison on Agrius that's super, super, super far away. And you want to give me just a little bit of money to get him out of there? And it's going to take a lot of Marines? Forget about it, dude. That dude is stuck in jail. You're going to have to break him free yourself. I'm going to leave the bar. I'm going to trade. I want more of these things. So now we're on the open market. Does the military? No. Let's see what the military has. Since we're cooperative, we can buy from the military. Let's look at the price. 12,000, 6,000, 4, 7, 8, 7, 4, 30. Here's some more mini briefs for me. So should I go in and buy them? Let's buy them. I think I have 10 spare mini briefs. We'll confirm it. I'm looking at the price. I'm just looking at their names. So looking at price. Looking at for outrageous priced things. You get what you pay for, folks. So this is a great way to estimate the value of your things here. 7, 9, 24. What's the ordnance? 23. 7, 28. Ordnance is 20. So that's 28, that's 24. Let's take them both. We can afford it all. Wait, actually, let's abort and go to the black market and see what they have first. Oh my gosh, 42. I think we have to get that. 28 again. Yeah, this is what I was just about to buy there. Okay, so I'm actually happier with that. Escort package. Did we already do the money here? We did. This is where we bought the first ones. Okay. What about supplies, regular stuff? Price. Cheap. Are we buying that? Just regular price, fine. Need a little bit of fuel. I'm traversing back and forth ships. Black market. I can buy another one of these. Buy another one of these. I did want one of those. I've already got one. Kind of wait till this gets on sale. Maybe this too. Check out the military. Oh. Fusorina. This looks kind of like an onslaught. Fusorina. Rapid burn drive. So it's like a strike vessel. It gets into combat really quickly. And tries to blow things up. 320. Armor condenser allows the ship to condense the armor and reduce incoming damage partially while still allowing weapons to fire. Also grants protection against EMP. So just super powered. That's what is special. So the system is rapid burn drive, but so that's just like a passive special ability. That's powerful. So it's like essentially this thing has 2 system abilities, which is, well, most ships just get 1, so that's kind of overpowered. Well, it's better than what we got. I think we gotta take it. This is what we have. No, this is what's on the open market. I want to get another one of these. This is a cargo ship. We need cargo ships. This is the fast cargo ship. I kind of want the other one because it carried more, but we'll go with the fast one. A couple of those. The fast one's probably better in combat. Let's go with this. We're here to buy. So F. Let's look what we got. We just got 3 new ships. This guy's gonna go here. Yeah. And this, oops, not you. You. You're gonna go here. Let's do a refit, auto fit, and then we'll hit runner, but it's like a custom runner. It's already at runner, is this word. So then this one, we can say cancel, add, insulated, engine assembly, build that in immediately. We have 20 more points left, which is wonderful. I could also build a cargo in. That's my deals here, is I build the cargo in, so it becomes 31,000 cargo capacity, whereas it is currently 1,900, so not even 2,000. So it gets over 1,000 by building it in, by adding it and building it in. It's worth. It's its primary role as cargo. So, and then the engine assembly is the primary ability of my fleet, is to be sneaky. We have strong, good engines. Salamanders, be gone. Salamanders can hit our engines fine. It'll take multiple salamanders to get our engines out, which is nice. It's a nice little bonus feature to this. We're really doing this for the sensor profile, but the extra durability to engines is nice. That's nice. It adds up. And what's the other thing? And you get ship's hull. I forgot about that. So we get 10% hit points as well. That's a sweet little bonuses right there. So then now we do the auto fit as what we just selected as that. We might be changing what this is. We might be changing the missile. We can be adding the breaves to this sort of stuff. This can have a mini breve. Okay, but not the semi-breve. Yeah. I need a large slot, and this is just a medium. Yeah. Still, I think putting the mini breve on it is powerful. Just have a million little mini breves being launched. Scary. So, what all did it equip? Surveying? Yeah, okay. It didn't equip anything here, which is interesting. I could put the mini breve here. That would require 8. It required me to get rid of some stuff. Not ready to do that yet. Let's go to this little guy, and we'll do our big ship last. It has 1 slot. I thought it had 2 slots. A Minoria. Let's look at the thing. Reserve deployment. It has extra fighters. That's kind of cool. Max burn 9. It's a frigate. Yeah, I'm not sure I want too many frigates. Maybe 4 frigates total. Well, I take that back because I've got all these little frigates. These generally are my frigates. So I may end up abandoning this and this and this. Although these have much more of a survivability. If they were phase ships, they'd be perfect. They're not. I need a frigate or destroyer phase ship. That's interesting. Let's go with the really expensive one we just got, the 40,000 cost. It was an anti-gunship. Anti-ship gunship. Anti-ship gunship. And then add in our standards, installation engine, built in. Let's add deck crew. That's the best thing that helps them. Efficiency, we want to be cheap. We're still cheapskate. We're not in the expensive phase yet. Once we are making a lot of income per month and I can afford to have a expensive fleet, I just take the efficiency off and put those points into something else. Worry about that later. Because at that point, you don't need to be efficient. Well, that's how you do things. I'm a bit more of a campaign player than I am a combat player. Melody modification. Okay. Interesting. There's a lot to this mod. This mod is very well made. A lot of depth added here to the StarSECTOR universe with this. Okay. What else? Nothing else. Maybe armored weapon mounts. So when it does start taking hits, I can still keep shooting. And then what else? Holy heck. Go back. Will auto fit without stripping. So it does not strip it. Or just whatever. I don't like the look of that. Okay. Fine. Interesting. Recovery shuttles. Interesting. Okay, whatever you want, buddy. ECIM package. Wow. Increase. Oh, I see. Wow. Missile top speed. Missile maneuverability. Wow. Wow. I didn't realize I need to get this. Reduces the weapon range reduction to superior enemy electronic warfare. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is crazy. I didn't really realize about all this. This is more strong on my really missile ships. I'm going to skip that on this, though. Put something else here. Sorry, buddy. Don't believe in you like that. Hardened shield is better, for sure. Top speed's been reduced somehow. Maybe by one of these things. That's the healing one. This is extra flux capacity and extra armor. Suffers low maneuverability rates. Well, then why is the top speed reduced? I wish you could see a little modifiers, like what's modifying this stat. Okay. So that leaves one more ship. This guy. To do a refit. Our first things first. And then, let's see what happens if we do an auto fit. We can kind of click through this. It's giving us a lot of vanilla weaponry. Still giving us a lot of vanilla weaponry here. So let's do cancel. We'll start building it out ourselves first. We want thrusters so they can move around. So we can look left and right. We can give it a converted hangar. I like this idea of getting bombers and other fighters into combat on our big ships. It's not as good, but it's you want fighter superiority. So they just have to deal with the fighters as well as your ship. When you put that on every single ship, when every ship has a fighter wing, it's very strong. Be efficient. Let's get this. You're going to be shooting these good missiles out, so let's get that. We don't need expanded missile racks, which this is a crazy, overpowered thing. This should be almost required for any sort of missile faction. Let's avoid the armor. We could get solar shielding, so it doesn't take so much damage from stuff. We'll get that later. This is very powerful, but might not be needed. Let's try the bulkheads. What's that giving us? That gives us a considerable amount of hit points. Let's try the shielding. This just helps with campaign stuff. Could make him a faster beast. Maybe worse at aiming. He already has ships that have this speed up. You don't need this on. But any sort of like ship like a Paragon that doesn't have sort of speed boost, this can actually be good, even though it's reducing your range. I don't usually put it in on mine, but it can be good to get your slow ships moving quicker. Just, it matters. Like on an onslaught. Maybe expanded mags. Maybe blast doors. Nah, we'll let our crew die. It's okay. Not the end of the world. Let's get the most expensive one. We're looking for large missiles slots. We don't have any large missile slot. So we're gonna leave the mini breed on these boys here. There goes a lot of our ordnance. Large ballistic, I see. Directional flak. Anti-capital. How do we want to do this? This is a low flux, but vanilla. Maybe we should just have one mini breed pod? I like having two. I like pooping those out. I kind of want something that overwhelms their PD. The PD of my own. 2 PD cannons. This would be interesting. This will probably be bad, but we're going to play with it. Smalls here. A lot of weapon capacity on this boat. But how's our flux looking? Let's go up in vents first. Yeah, okay. We're burning through our ordnance. Could take off some of these. Could take off the hanger. We're gonna play with it with a hanger. It does have a negative ability here. Increases crew count. Increases fighter refit time by 50%. Takes a little bit longer to relaunch. It's not the end of the world. Let's auto fit it from here and see what happens. For standard. For this. Cancel. We add a point defense. Something. This might be good. Something that helps point defense. No, we don't have anything like that. Okay. There is something that does. Might be cool with that. This should probably be built out very, very differently. Come to think of it. I'm not sure how effective I want to be with this. Anti-shield and railgun. I like to see how other people build this. Maybe copy some of that. I like high vents, but it might not need it. Let's take that off and then see what it finishes. Let's take solar off too, and reinforced off. Let's keep thrusters on. It needs to be like a tank, because it's going to jump into combat. It needs to be able to pack a punch and withstand damage. Radical? Does it say anything about the flux and vent is what I'm going to look at here. 12 vent, 17 vent. I like 17 vent. Let's go with suppression. No, it's not. A lot of vanilla weaponry. I don't recognize this weaponry. Let's go standard. Yeah, I don't recognize this stuff. So, let's see what it all does. Okay. Also, it added armor. I think maybe that's a good choice. Or armored weapon mounts. I think the armored weapon mounts would be better. Because then, we can still get a little bit of armor, but we can put money into the venting. It really needs more venting. We could even just take that off. Yeah, it's going to run into a problem with flux. It's not good. I could take this off to give it a lot more flux capacity. Has too many guns here is the problem. 900, 600 range. Same. 8 here, anti-shield. 800, 600, 350. So a little bit of PD in the front. Kind of don't like PD in the front, but maybe it's good. Yeah, because we have all of this PD. We don't need this PD too, right? Well, it's covering our side. We don't have anything in the flank, so this is kind of covering our flanks. We have a weak spot back here. But that's where the rest of our fleet will be. And the thrusters are turning us real quick, so that's nice. Not too much of a weak spot. Decoratives come off. We don't want any decoratives. Okay, better. Let's take off the super close range things. Things aren't going to get too close. If they do, they're going to really suffer from the missile and the flak. Is this? Shield is. Okay, this takes off the shields, and then this will deal with maybe armor and I guess more for hull. This is more for hull. So we don't really have anti-armor. That's kind of a problem. Let's go anti-armor. Anti-capital maybe? This is good against shielded. Anti-armor. Suppression. Range is 700. I don't like that. This is a medium. I'll be putting it onto a large slot. I don't like that. I have one of them. I don't like that either. Anti-armor howitzer, 600. So you have to get right up on them and then blah, 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 blah. I don't know. Maybe 2 of these would be interesting. Let's try 2 of these. Anti-capital. We got our point defense right there. I could even add a little point defense. Arenas. We have 2 arenas in the front. Let's add 2 in the back. Well, maybe not. We have insulated engines. Let's forget about that. Here we go. We're getting better. No shields. Oh. Oh, I didn't realize that. Why is there no shield? That affects things. It really does need point defense. Here it is. Why? It doesn't say why it doesn't have a shield. But we don't have to put energy into that, so that's nice. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. Okay, well, let's just see what it does. We got our... we built it out. We're happy enough. Okay. Looking good, looking better. Still have some money to spend. Let's repair, trade. Let's buy some more of this stuff. Since we've got money. Let's go up to 600. We just needed 300, and we've got a bit of it already, so let's get 450. Do a sort. That leaves us at 6. Let's just go down to 600. Okay. Let's do 300 of this. Well, this will actually work like this. Put these here. Wait, what should I get? Lava, donut, donut. Okay, so donut, go back. I bought. Alright, that's how many I needed to buy, so confirm. Let's do 300 again with these. So I want 300, so we'll put in the remaining. I don't want those, I want these 300, not those, so that's kind of funny. Confirm. Alright, we have 600, 300, 300, and 1. Because I can't buy more of those yet. And we've looked at all the boats. I've already got a couple of these, so I want to get rid of my 2 spare ones of these. And we want other boats to buy. Okay, so we got another planet right there. Comm directory. Station commander. I don't want to turn those in. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Okay, so none of that. almost wanted to go dark. I thought that guy was gonna gig me. It's like, for what? Ah, who are you being attacked by? Ah, we can take these with the help of the other fleets, I think. Let's check out the level of the station here. Oh wow, that's cool. The High Command, Orbital Works, Station, Star Fortress. Okay, good. So it's the top level of the midline. So it should help. What is this? Oh, install on a way station for spaceport. Grants 10% accessibility, 30% rating. Wow. Wow. So my question is, why isn't the path attacking this? They do have a stability risk from it. Why isn't the hegemony coming over here? I guess there's no AI cores. They just have these artifacts. I can see how getting the governorship of one of these places that already has artifacts and like the top tier stuff is valuable, because you're instantly raking in, you know, a lot of money. I can see why the governorship is strong, but losing it could be bad. I'm not ready to be in a position to lose the governorship. So let's leave the bar and look at the fleets nearby. We have this excellent fleet, so this is going to help us. Wonderful. Let's look at the boats too that they have for sale. We have this tanker. I could get one more gas tanker, but we're doing good in gas. That has not been a problem yet. Really, I'm looking for cargo boats that are bigger than this one. So black market, nothing. Military. Here we go. $1 million boat, and I've got $3 million. I also want this one. I think this is the big boy though. This one has large composite slots, which allows us to put our semi-breves on it. What about this guy? Medium small, too large hybrid, which is either energy or ballistic. A composite would be required to have missile. So that's not good. Let's buy this guy. We're here for the ship buying purposes. We just really ate through our income. We have about 2 mil left. This one, we're going to start how we start. We are sneaky deaky. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It already has missiles that you can't take off. Nice. I see why you called this a missile ship. A Dion. Let's nuclear torpedo. And I've got 2 of them available. Let's double it up. This is going to be a very, very, very valuable ship. The ship cost $1 million, and each of these cost, what was it, like 400K? 300K? Oh, no. Both of them combined was like 300K. So this ship is now worth like, going to be worth like 2 mil when I'm done with it. That's wild. Not going to be selling this one. How slow is it? Yeah, it's going to need Augie because it's at 7. And I need to be at 8. Is my minimum, I think. 8, or really 9. Go back. What about this guy? Your speed? 8. Your speed? 8. So 7 is too slow. 9. I don't have anything that gives me a, I don't have the drive bubble or whatever it is that gives me a speed boost. So I'd have to have them speed up. And we can build that in and go even faster to avoid. Well, the greatest thing about building in augmented dry field is this 40. You get 40 ordnance points back to pump back into your vents and capacitors. So that alone pays for it. The story SMod bonus really doesn't matter. That's like totally ineffective. I think we have to do this. I don't want to be going slow. I don't want to be spinning those points. So we'll build it in. Not a big deal. We got the points. Let's build it out. Let's auto-fit it and see how it kind of does it. Maybe strategic. Let's just click it and see what it looks like. A lot of vanilla weapons, a lot of vanilla weapons, a lot of vanilla weapons. Still vanilla. A lot of missiles, like Gorgons. And I can see why they call this a missile boat. I'm going to say cancel. We're going to build it out more ourselves. Optimize ordnance. What do you do? Maximum missile ammo increased. Missile rate of fire increased. Special built-in auto forge replenishes all missile weapons. So this turns your vanilla missiles into modded missiles that just don't run out. By 50% of its max ammo every 90 seconds. Okay. It's base missile count of the weapon. Not function during overload. Okay, that's fair. I like that. Will halt reload progress when the flux level. Okay, so it requires energy, sort of. I like that. I like that. That explains why I wanted to put missiles on the damn thing. Okay, let's avoid the hangar. Let's do efficiency. We'll give it the shields. Does it have shields? It does have shields. So from 0.85 shield flux to damage to 0.68. So if something does 100 damage and it hits the shields will only take 68 damage because of this ability. 20%. Significant. And what that amounts to is that if you're taking less damage, you don't have to spend as much flux on defending the damage. You can spend your flux on attacking. But this ship doesn't need a lot of flux because its weapons are going to be all missile based. So that allows us to really be a strong flux tank in combat. The shield arc is 150, so because it's going to be a flux tank in combat, and that's our biggest thing, we can do stabilized shield. Might be a good idea. We're going to save a lot of flux this way. 230 flux for 15 points. So we can actually put that to the test. 215 points. 230 for 15 points. Let's do, we're at 850 here. We'll do, or no, here we go. Flux capacity, maybe better. 15. 273 to 243. So we're getting 2,000 capacity, or if we go to 15, we want dissipation is what matters. This is about how much flux is kind of adding, and this is how much flux we're dissipating. So 15, so 1,850. So that's 150 for 15. So each vent is like 10, okay? And for 15, we're getting 230. So this is a deal. The stabilized shield is a deal in terms of venting and capacity and everything. So we will also add extended shields if we have it. We don't have extended shields yet. Yeah, we do. This gives us a wider arc. So we have almost an omni shield now. That'll be nice. We could get a distributor, but we're not getting too much with that. We're getting 150 for that, for 20. So it's a worse deal. So let's just see what we can build into this as is. We don't have to go full vents. We could go, since we're already venting, already dissipating more than our shields and weapons, but we haven't really installed any weapons yet. Should I just have this thing with 1,000,000 mini breves? No. Well, I think we should go vanilla missiles now. Let's go all missile. So yeah, it only has missile slots. Nice. Gorgon. Should we be firing Reapers? Breachers? Gazers? Salamanders? No. Mini breves. No. So we have this mini breve launcher and this mini breve launcher. This has 2, I see. 2 for 20, 1 for 8. Range 150. Range 150. Huh. Seems like this is a better deal. Refire delay, 45 seconds. Refire delay, 61 seconds. I see. That is an issue. Anti-armor rocket. Having a lot of these might be good. They're slow. Did I put ECM on this? I did not. Let's add that ECM upgrade. This will make all the missiles better. Boosh. Kind of a no-brainer. We don't really need to be turning around too fast since we're just pooping out missiles. Missiles are what's turning. Could stay in combat longer. Could have heavy armor. Should make this thing a super tank. Let's keep going with weapons. It does need some point defense, I would imagine. Let's do the auto fit again. 4 strike. Let's see what we get. See what that gave us. More little Gorgon there. Selene here. Disruptive missile. Maybe, I guess. Semi-brief. We put that. This is what we put on. Ivory support. So no point defense. 1 decorative. That is backup point defense. So this is the only point defense we have. You're kidding me. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Interesting choices. I guess that's why we have other ships be point defense for us. And keep this thing somewhat defended. Let's take off the thrusters. Let's take off the expanded missile racks. That's what the vanilla thing is trying to add. That gives us a lot more ordnance to spend. What about you? Can you be... Yeah, let's find the point defense here. There we go. We have 3 of these to put on. Can I put them in here? No. Missiles there. Missiles there. We have another Gorgon. Let's just go full Gorgons. Oh no. Yeah. Full Gorgon. Is Gorgon the stronger of the 2? Forget. I think it is. We don't have access to the dragons yet. The dragons are strong. Gorgons are strong too, though. And you get, it feels like Gorgons fire faster, so it feels like Gorgons are a little bit more effective in the battlefield. Gazer is the other thing I'm asking. 6 to 4, yeah. So Gorgon is stronger than the Gazer. Good, we want Gorgons. And a better range. Damage. Where's damage? 800. 1,000 over 10 seconds. 800 in a short burst. So I think short burst is better than long burst. So this is better. Okay. We got point defense here. A little bit of point defense there. And we could do a little on the side. I kind of want a stronger point defense for this. T-shield. Armor point defense. Point defense. Shield. Here we go. Here's our Weiss. We have a bunch of Weisses. Very good. So we got front and back. We could do the sides as well, maybe. Small. No, I don't think we can do the sides. Small composite. We could put missiles on the composite. So here we want point defense. Like mining lasers? Ah, microflak. That'd be cool. Perfect. Microflak. Okay. There we go. Front, back, side, side. So we can at least shoot down some aircraft and missiles that are coming at us while we're dumping out our laser missiles, our nukes, and our... What type of missiles are these? Multi-stage cruise missiles. Super far away missiles, I see. I see. This is a flux weapon, though, and it's better at first. So over time, it's not as good. It needs to kind of recharge and then burst. So these will be our real damage dealers. This is just insane damage. Multi-stage damage. You just don't want to get anywhere near it when it's shooting. It's hilarious. Okay, Let's run with this and see how we do. Not sure which is better here. I'm guessing flux, venting. I'm gonna be able to vent. It can already take a good little bit. I'm not like getting a whole lot out of putting it into that. I feel like putting it into this is better. This dissipation stat really affects your capacity. So it's like I'm increasing my capacity by increasing the dissipation. But if I only increase my capacity, my flux dissipation would never increase. It would still be the same flux dissipation rate. So this rate matters tremendously. Here we go. Everything's gonna be on auto, I have a feeling. The semi-brief is not. Alternating is good. Do these all in unison. That could be all linked. These can be linked. That would be powerful if these are all linked. Turrets, whatever. Those can be linked. Okay, that looks good to me. Port Dixon. I have a feeling we're going to change that. We're going to call you... Nuke it. Nuke it. From orbit. From orbit. From orbit. Orbit. Nuke it from orbit. Alright. This is a nuke vessel. Nuke missile battlecruiser. Okay. Job's done. Where's your speed? I need to add speed to you. Okay. Well, I'm happy. I think we need to have a fight now. So, let's do a repair of the dockyard for 98 supplies. Let's go down to the bar. Talk to the station commander. How powerful are we looking at? This changed, okay? Because my fleet changed, I think they've changed this stuff. Before it looked good, now it doesn't. Yeah, my ship value went way up. So they're like, well, you need a stronger target. I think we can take it, though. This guy's a little scary. These guys are a little scary, not too scary. But with the station, I think it won't be any problem. I'm going to save it first before I lose rep. We're in an Iron Man mode, but we're cheating a little bit. That wasn't cheating. That was just save diligence. So let's do this. Earn a little bit more money so we can buy a little bit more boats while we're down here. I accept. It changed again. It changed again. And now it's even easier. Why does it keep changing? That's weird. That's weird. Okay. We leave. I might be able to fight some of these people before they get here. We also have this awesome defense fleet, so ain't nothing scaring us here. Ain't nothing doing a scare on us. I don't want to go that way. I want to look that way. Here we go. You look. Oh yeah, you're dead meat. You're not scary at all either. That's the scary one. See if we can just single this guy out. 2. No. Yeah, let's do 2 for now. Nope, we gotta fight both of them. That's fine. Too big of a fleet to disengage. It's also fine. Kind of. This guy for sure. These two, very strong. And then I need people to capture the points so that we can get in with the rest of our guys. That one eventually, this one eventually. S, S, and S. Speed things up until we get going here. Where's my pen? Found my pen. Well, I think we wait. Let's get this other guy in once he summons. Come on, capture that. Is that gonna let him capture? Okay, not gonna let him capture. So we'll just get this guy. We're running a few number of high damage ships. That's what we're doing. Let's send you on this guy. You're on S still? You're on S. You're on S. This guy's overwhelmed. Pull you back. This guy, you capture that. Okay, we just lost a little ship. We're gonna lose this guy if he doesn't pull back. Okay, we got 3 of these. Can afford to lose some ships. Someone's using an ability. This guy's using his ability so we get good vision, but we don't need vision. We should need to kill these dudes. Let's watch this ship. There's a big scary vessel. Where's it going? Nowhere? Another one? Oh. See, you have to like manually shoot these things? Is that what's up? This guy's good at surrounding. We do have some reinforcement points we could be summoning. So we can summon one more dude. Let's do it. We've just gotten totally surrounded here. This is not good. This is why I'm saving it beforehand. I'm not ready to throw away my entire fleet. I'm just having fun with the ships. They might be able to beat us. I might have to actually fight this with the station. I thought I could just single out one, but I couldn't. I just lost 2 ships simultaneously. That's okay, we've got more ships. We're putting a hurting on this guy. Missile arrow. Got little talons killing it. Yeah. Oh, you didn't like that. He also didn't like that. So, more ships. More ships. Let's see what this guy's like. This guy doesn't have shields. He's got some sort of weird glowy shield around him. Good job, buddy. Can we capture a point? Can we summon more? No, not yet. Can't. Bad. Oh, we're losing our ships here. They just have a huge supply of little ships. We could have done a corner camp with our ships. That might have been effective. This guy's totally dead. Oh, okay. So I think we learned what happens here. Ouch. Now we know. Knowing is half the battle. So we'll play the other half of this battle at the station. On the second go. You want to see me wrap this up or not? I don't think it's going to be too pretty. They're just going to keep surrounding us. I want to see what this guy's capable of, but he's suppressed. Not capable of very much. I like that the UAF ships aren't just super overpowered. That feels good. I do have to actually strategize with them. So we'll all F4 this and start over. Refresh my RAM, at least. I never did install Trio. Trio OS? Trios? Whatever it was called. starSECTOR launcher. I might play around with that for lunch. I'm gonna quit streaming here in a little bit and make a lunch. I could take a break. Maybe I'll just take a break and then download it or whatever. I don't know. I'll see. Let's continue for now. I want to try this fight again. Still playing with the vessels. My first time playing with these ships. So I don't know what they do. Did we not summon it yet? Right, we hadn't summoned it. Okay, it changed it again. But kind of back a little bit. It's not too different. So let's just accept it. Continue. Leave. Leave. Let's look at our fleet again. Okay, that's what we had. I actually want to ditch some of my fleet, but not right now. I'm going to ditch the 2 ice swords that I'm not using. If I could pop out and interdict some of them. Let's get the interdict button back. This is it. Oh, I already have it back. There. Sign number 9. You guys are interdicted. I want to attack this fleet by myself. So 8. Is there anyone else here? I don't see anybody else here. Surely I can kill this low levels, all shipping fleet, cargo fleet things. Yeah, I got this. If I can't kill this, I don't know what I'm doing in this game. So let's change things a little bit. I like the lower deployment. I'm not used to playing with such high deployment costs. That's kind of screwing me here. If I do my demod heavy play style, I'm able to summon like this ship for 23 deployment points. This ship costs 35. And so I'm able to just squeeze in a lot more vessels into combat simultaneously, and it adds up. We're going to do this a little differently. Kind of stick together, play a little bit smarter. That's how we start. Let me go from here. I could be trying to do one side strongly. But these 2 in tandem are good. Okay, this guy's letting us see the whole thing. Maybe after, I think it's after you capture these points, he's able to see everything. Now we summon our more expensive ships. With a little ship. Big ship, little ship. This guy is going to be killing their main attack vessel and their main attack wave. You can deal with a small vessel. You want to start dealing with this main attack. So we'll fall back a little bit here. Let's tell you to guard this area and you to guard this area. You're going to attack him also. Should be able to double team him and knock him out, and maybe the same here. Maybe this guy's probably just going to suicide. This guy, your job is also to kill him. You stay alive. Your job is staying alive. Let's see if this little thing can stay alive. You need more of a shield. Oh, you're not doing a job. You're going to die. Okay. Unless you get some help from him. Or him. So, let's put him back here. You can retreat back to this mama. That thing died. He's capping this. This guy's gonna die, maybe, to this. This guy's strong. He's got a mini breve. I didn't equip all my mini breves. I forgot to do that. They're very expensive in terms of ordnance. So, they're not exactly the best weapon. They can be shot down pretty easily. I have to really suppress them and then shoot them with those missiles. Having a lot of these guys is good, even though they're getting shot down right now. Multiple of them is strong. This guy looks like a Tempest. Whoa, there's the semi-breed going off. Okay. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So, you want to be attacking a specific vessel. You want to be backing up. You want to be backing up 2. You want to be backing up 3. You want to be supporting this guy. You want to not be dying, and you can switch over to him. Let's try this. I want to fall back so that, yeah, when this guy shoots out, things die. As you can see, that's a beautiful image. Let's just hit the plus button right there. I made the plus button my screenshot button. It's the same on my StarCraft. Add in another screenshot to the list. Save that for a file for later. Oh, I see the problem. I see the problem. I see the problem. You don't want to be shooting that stuff too close to yourself. And the AI is just like, it's a weapon, right? Pachoo! Pachoo! That's wonderful. That's wonderful. That's a wonderful addition that vanilla does not have. That you can just absolutely kill yourself. Vanilla weapons are not like, oh, you can actually kill yourself with the Reaper. Not so much. You can, but it takes a bit of crafting to do that. That was just like AI killing itself. Yep. Okay. Wonderful. That's really fun. But he also had the effect of thwarting the main push through. So they're screwed now. We could go into full assault probably. Let's see what happens in full assault mode. Pay them no respect. You get no respect from me, sir. I'm gonna be right on top of you while you explode. No F-spin. These guys really want an Omni Shield. They get right up in everyone's business. Yep, so that was that. And the victory, okay. Take all of our ships back. Por favor. It's your job to do all that. Yep. And yeah. And I don't want any of their trash. Recover. Pick the wreckage. Take all the wreckage. Hit 6 and we'll salvage it immediately. Not now for that. Take all that juicy stuff. Head back home for a second. Do a quick little cheeky repair. Insta repair. We use the supplies that we just salvaged to do an instant repair. Let's do an F by... We could look at if they've got any new ships miraculously while we were over there. We could get this guy. We don't have him yet. Oh, I want to be playing with this. What's his abilities? He doesn't have the room for the crazy missile, which is maybe a good thing. That means he's going to be well piloted by the AI. What's going to have to happen in my fleet is that I have to just manually pilot this one, don't I? Libra. That's you. So we have this one. I'm going to buy this one, the Ryzen. Royal Vector. Lunges the ship forward. Wow. Oh my gosh. And go on a free fall. Oh, it's like it just spins out of control. Yep, we want that. That's cool. We need crew. Okay. First we get in trouble a little bit, and then... Did I just buy crew or gas? I bought gas. Okay, well we need gas too. Crew's not cheap here. Let's get a little bit more. We'll get more crew where it's cheaper. Let's build out our new ship. Where do you want to live? Here? Our standard. We'll add what we want on it. Let's give it a converted hangar. It's probably not going to be good, but we're going to give it to it anyway. Let's do a hardened shield. This is going to be a frontliner. Shield arc could be bigger. I like Omni Shield type stuff. Okay, let's go with that for now. We'll add our anti-gun expensive boy. And then maybe build it out. Put the mini breeze on it first. And now build it out. Let's see how it wants to build it out. Standard. This is, I don't recognize these. I like to go with the weapons I don't recognize. So, this one. Catoon railgun, okay. 800 range. I like longer range usually, but looks like we got a lot of 800s here. This is trash. This is trash. Got decoratives on me anywhere? Don't want vanilla. I guess we ran out of cartoons. We could do this, 1,000 range. The thing about ship range I've noticed is that you want to try to get your maximum ship range all aligned. So if you just have some guns that are 1,000 and some guns that are 600 range, the guns that are 1,000 range will of course start firing first, but then your ship behaves differently. Then your ship kind of stays at that 1,000 range. So the 600 range guns will just really never be firing unless an enemy ship somehow gets closer or you get closer to them. But the ship will behave so that it gets into range to shoot and then starts shooting and stops, sorta. So you kind of want it to be in range with all your weapons, so all your weapons can shoot, not just a small percent, because then you're only just having a small percent of your total effect. So we want 800 here is our magic number for this ship, since it wanted 800s. So adding the 1,000 would kind of do us a disservice. The 600 point defense doesn't matter too much, because that's a different style of shooting. It's shooting at the tiny ships and missiles. So here, anti-shield. So like this. There's 2 available. This is defense against shield and armor. Okay, interesting. Interesting. We already have 2 though. Oh no, we don't? They just look similar. Huh. I want something that I have 2 of. I don't want these. 4 ordnance points. Both of those to be taken off. Decoratives we don't want. No decorations, please. Flare launcher. Your role is ballistics. Range 500 for 2 points. Let's skip that. This is a high impact. We're just gonna have so many little mini breves and semi breves being launched. We should have all sorts of detonations everywhere. They're gonna be shooting a lot down, but a lot are being getting in. I'm also gonna have to add in some type of squall-like missile that disrupts their point defense constantly, so that their point defense systems get overloaded, and then come in. They're trying to shoot down all these kind of pointless missiles when they only do like a half job of shooting down the important ones, so the important ones actually get through. Okay, I feel myself running out of steam and getting hungry, so I'm gonna have to feed my inner machine. What is this knee? What is this? Small disrupted 500 range, 6 OP. Good against armored and exposed hull. So there's learning about everything here. Good against armored and exposed. I like that they highlighted that stuff. It's wonderful. So it looks like we need anti-shield. Shield and armor. This is general. This is general stuff. I see. We could be investigating with this. Siege lasers. Let's play with some siege lasers, y'all. We're mixing it up here. These are our other 1,000 range. Let's go 1,000 range. Oh my gosh, you have a ton of large slots. Holy hell. So we have these beam lasers that are really strong at first and then not so strong, but they're really demanding of flux. So this guy's flux is already going to just shoot through the roof. That's why it's so high, but this is kind of an illusionary number. It's over time that matters. He's just going to be able to dump all of his flux real fast. Like a strike vessel. This is really kind of a strike thing, not a siege thing. The thing is, with putting that on it, it would change everything, how I would play with this. I would get different type of range. We could do that, though. Let's skip the converted hangar. skip this. Go into advanced optics for beams. This is a beam, right? Are you a beam? Refire. Uh-oh, this might not be a beam. Charges. Seconds to recharge. Charges gained. I don't think it's a beam. Damage type. Not beam. It's an energy damage. I don't think it's a beam. I don't know what to do about that. Okay, well I was going to add advanced optics, but this is just for beam weapons. So, like this. So, energy, in parentheses, beam. That's not occurring with this other one. High explosives, beam. So, beam has to be in there. And beam is not in here with the siege laser. It does not say energy, in parentheses, beam. So this is no good. We can still play with it though. It was good against what? It's a general purpose, I see. So it's good against everything. That can be good. Kinda want some anti-shield. This would be anti-shield. High range. Playing with vanilla weaponry. We want higher range here, I see. So, this could be nasty. 1000 range, 1000 range, 1000 range. Anti-shield. This is not anti-shield general, but it's disruption, suppression. This allows all the other missiles and stuff to connect. And 2 of them is just wicked. This thing's gonna be crazy. I just won't be able to afford it. I can't afford that sort of flux. So it would just fire a little bit and then stop firing. So we can take stuff off of it. Let's kind of take an alternating thing off like this. Maybe put the tack lance there. Now we're at a more manageable flux. Something like this. I don't know, this is actually terrible. What have I done? What have I done? Take that off. I kind of like that they have half shields here. It's like just a half arc. That way they could all like form a line and all be protecting each other. Like nothing can get past that halfway point. I kind of like that concept. I don't know how good it is, if it's effective. Different types of point defense. I'm not sure this is smart. I think we just want the large occupied. If it gets too close, it hits him with this. Multi-purpose cannon. I want to go 1000 range. Show me thousands. Anti-capital. What else is 1000? Attack lancer. I have attack. Could do a high. I could just have a variety of things here. That's not. That's okay. I'm okay with that. Something like that, maybe. Maybe we swap these two. Maybe not. Yeah, let's swap these two. I am kind of tempted to get 2 of these siege lasers. Let's go for it. Let's have a real big dump. Take a real big dump on them. Okay. Forget the anti-capital. Or not. Put the anti-capital where this one is. Let's try that. With some point defense. I don't think that we need this. I kind of want point defense up here. Don't need to worry about little vessels. We're going to be absolutely creaming any little vessels with our big guns. So here we go. It's the arenas. And then some in the back. Arena. Arena. Okay. something like that. Finish on capacitors. We'll call this. We don't need to auto fit it. We'll just leave it as is. We'll weapon group it. We got a bunch of crazy stuff going on. So that'll be auto firing. The support will be auto firing. The siege lasers are synced, and that's what we manually fire. Linked. There we go. So I have a super strong burst. That's gonna feel good. And this is auto. This. Mini breves. Linked. This could be alternating, actually. But the AI doesn't know how to alternate that. We could put these as 2, and this could be an alternating thing. Yeah. Alternating. Linked, for sure. Alternating. Yeah. So if we captain this, we'll be able to... Oh, well then we'll want this on auto. And we'll be manually firing that. Yep. Okay. The AI knows how to take stuff auto and knows how to change things, so all this is meaningless for when the AI controls it. This is only for when I control it. Okay, we did a thing. The thing was did. Holy hell, that took a while, didn't it? I think I have to stop there. I'm just like too hungry. I'm thinking just about food and stuff. Oh, these little donuts in the game are looking tasty. Repair. 103 just for jerking around like that. Leave. Oh, we have this fight to fight? Okay, so we're going to fight the fight when I get back from lunch. So what I could do is quit in the stream, take an extended lunch break. I got to make a whole bunch of stuff. Do my walk. And then come back. That'll take like an hour. So I could either just be leaving the stream AFK for an hour, or stop streaming and then come back and stream more. I think that's the plan. I don't have anybody watching right now. No one's commenting. So Adion was here for a second. He's figured out someone cooler to hang out with, which is not a challenge. So, I'm done here. We're saving and exiting. And we're resuming later on today, in like an hour or two. Maybe less than 2 hours we'll resume this. What a beautiful screen this is. Let's just go to this little cozy computer screen here. I love this game. What a wonderful screensaver this is, too. I wish I could kind of hide the tips. That'd be nice. I'm going to do that. Want to see all the tips? There you go. Pause. Whatever you want. Oh, this is actually cool. Cool, maybe. Added UAF tips. See, they added tips. A mod that adds tips. They've also changed the background. It's nice. They've changed things. Okay. Well, I'm going to call it there and just do another stream later on. I don't see there's no point for me to just continue streaming while nothing is happening. I think that's a little bit boring. Although I've done it before, I'll do it again. Just not going to do it right now. Seeing what works. Kind of experimenting with life as well as the games in StarSECTOR. Feels good. I feel privileged to be able to do this. To be a star captain before we're even in the stars. That's nice. That feels good. Feels good, man. I'll see y'all in a minute.